Hey, what's up? It's Deanna. So I'm going to do an unboxing to show you what I just got from eBay. It came within 2 days, so it was a really fast delivery. Kudos to the seller. All right, so hang in there. Let me get the knife, and I'm going to slice the box open and show you what I got. So I just opened up the box. Doesn't it look like there's dead bodies in there, like little dead animals? So let me take them out and show you. So hang on 1 second. Okay, so I got the little critters out of the box, and they are Zotty bears, made in Germany by Steiff. So I'll give you a little information about Zotty. And so Zotty the bear was introduced by Steiff in 1951 and continued to be made until 1978. This delightful little bear has an open mouth, and he has very shaggy, curly hair. Zotty was one of the first new bear designs that Steiff introduced after the Second World War in 1951. He has appeared in the line in one form or another almost continuously since then. The early 1950s were an amazingly busy time at Steiff, and the company looked to rebuild its pre-war reputation for quality, while at the same time they wanted to introduce new, innovative, contemporary designs to an expanding global marketplace. Zotty's debut was one of the most significant efforts towards those goals. The original mid-century Zotty was primarily made from brown-tip mohair and was 5-way jointed. He was produced in 9 sizes ranging from 17 through 100 centimeters. To qualify as a Zotty, a Steiff teddy bear needs these 3 things: an open felt-lined mouth, a front insert bib made of complementary colored mohair to his body, and of course be made from a very shaggy material. So Zotty is from the German word Zottel, which means shaggy. So that's where they got the name Zotty from. The one, actually, I think the 11-inch one, because this is an 11-inch one. This one's a 6.5-inch one. And this one is, I believe, an 8 or a 9-inch one. Now this one is, I think it's the one, yeah, it has a Ulan logo. And Ulan was actually a pesticide made by Bayer. I don't know if you could see that logo. I don't want to really mess with the original hang tag because it's fragile. But so these bears, basically, that was like almost as to say that they were doused in pesticides. And that might creep you out a little to hear that, but yes, it's true. Anything made out of wool back then, including clothing, rugs, tapestries, hats, blankets, coats, even, all the vintage clothes you see that were made out of wool, actually, which is quite creepy and terrifying to hear, were doused in pesticides. And one of them was Ulan. And Ulan actually is equivalent to DDT and none other than the dangerous stuff that killed millions of people during World War II in Germany, Zyklon B. And so it's in the same family as Zyklon B and DDT. And they doused children's toys in this filthy, disgusting, dirty, biologically dangerous chemicals. So it was to protect them from moths. So Ulan was a moth protector, but it also killed other insects as well. So I thought you might be interested in finding out that fact. Now, toy companies actually are banned from using it now on clothing and toys right now. From what I know, I believe with the the Environmental Act, because this stuff also leaches into the water systems and it kills wildlife. I mean, they still use Ulan, but it's no longer the same product in a way. They modified it, and Bayer Corporation no longer actually owns the patent because it expired. So other companies made their form of it with that original formula. Ulan also was created in the 1920s and used since the 1920s. They stopped using it in toys, I believe, up until sometime in the late 70s and the 80s. I believe they banned using it in certain applications because it was so dangerous. I think they stopped using it in 1989. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting fact. Now also a children's book came out in 1966 called Zotty der Ba. I don't know if I said it correctly in German. So Zotty der Ba, which means Zotty the bear. And during this year, Zotty bears have a tag that says, "I'm Steiff Kinderbuch," or Kinderbuch, or Kinderbuch. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce German, so don't laugh. You probably are giggling right now at how stupid that sounds. So one of the tags has that, and I don't know if you could see that. So it says Zotty, Steiff, Kinder, Buch, I don't know. All right, so yeah, as you can tell, I didn't take German class in high school. And if I did, I would have probably failed it. So yeah, so a book came out in 1966. So we know the bear on the left that I just showed you was made in 1966. So these bears with that tag were only produced between 1965 and 1967. The Zotty bear came in different colors, and they came in white, caramel, and a reddish brown. Now, the reddish brown ones were made when they ran out of caramel mohair. Now, that fact wasn't mentioned in their catalogs. Their chest tags that had brown lettering are the earliest Zotty bears. Now, the brown lettering over the years fades, and it does look like almost like a faded red. So if you see that, you know you have an early Zotty bear. Trying to think what else. The blue, I believe, the ones with the blue lettering was produced in 1953 or later. The most sought after Zotties are the post-World War II ones. Then the white Zotty bear is the second most sought after. The white one is rare and was only made between 1960 and 61 in 2 sizes. The smallest Zotty bear that they produced was 6.5 inches. And the 6.5 inch ones, I believe, actually, yeah, they are the smallest. They are the cutest, actually. As you can see, this is the 6.5 version. And it's quite cute. And it's like pocket sized in a way. So it was a great little bear for children to just, you know, carry along with them. And now something I heard, if the Zotty, the small Zotty bear, which is 6.5 inches in length, if it has a squeaker, it was made between 1952 and 1958, and is the earliest one. So yeah, so I'm glad to I was able to show you these Zotty bears. There's 3 of them here, and the Zotty bears do range in different sizes. I have seen bigger ones. The bigger ones are really beautiful with the curly mohair. They look gorgeous. I don't have the bigger ones in my collection. I am going to add it on when I find one for a reasonable price. But I got these 3 from the same seller, and it was came from one family. So all 3 of these bears, which I believe were made sometime in the 60s, actually stayed together all these years. And once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. You know, be kind, and a subscribe. Take care.